It's poppin', squat, your boy Jesimein, and today we got ourselves an assassin build. I'm gonna show you guys what setup I've been using. For the people who don't know how assassin works, it's basically stealth and damage alone. I mean, it speaks for itself. It has a lot of benefits for damage capabilities. I kind of like utilize the stealth more than anything, and it has a sword, bro. Like, as you can see, it has a sword. You can't beat that. So one thing about the assassin a lot of people don't understand is people think it's situational because it can't heal, and obviously everybody wants to have a big heal, but in this kind of game, everybody has their role, and I feel assassin literally makes sense. You kill things, and you kill things really fast compared to other ones if you use it the right way. So what I mean by that is I see a lot of assassins running around with freaking ARs and stuff, and that's not how you're supposed to play the class. I'm sorry. If you want to be an AR person, run with assault, because not all guns are treated the same when it comes to builds. So as you can see, just running through this, the combo with pistols, it's like 1 to 2 shot max, and if I'm in stealth, it's like guaranteed 1 shot no matter what. Like, I know a lot of weapons can do this, but being that the pistol has such a fast reload time, such a fast like snap to aim time, and such a fast fire rate, it's super effective if you're really quick and you know how to get in and out, you know how to snipe, you know how to run, you know how to avoid gunfire, especially when your teammates grabbing aggro. So the assassin's job is to do the most DPS, and you can obviously see why it can do such a DPS. And I wanted to add this one little clip for the people who wanted to see like true capabilities. Right here after this mission, there's like a mini boss, and I want you guys to see when you activate all the skills simultaneously and you time it right, you can get a crazy benefit. So you see right here, I go invisible, pop toxin, I have my bleed activated, and watch this. This is with a pistol. Instantly, mini boss gone. Crazy. Enjoy the build. Your boy's out. And here we are with the assassin build you guys have been waiting for. Let's get into it. You guys can see the 2 weapons I do choose is a pistol and a sniper rifle. I use the Peacekeeper top notch whenever I do prefer to use a pistol with this build, and I use a deadbolt top notch. I like top notch brand. I mean, you can use whatever brand you want, but I prefer top notch. The reason I like the Peacekeeper over the automatic pistols is because it's more damage, and you need to put out as much damage as fast as possible, and I think the 3 burst still keeps up with automatic pistols. So I have fire rate on mine, obviously, to put out more bullets, crit multiplier, because I want to go for headshots, especially that I'm coming out of stealth, reload, and health damage. The reason I like health damage more than anything is because you do so much burst damage coming out of your stealth that when they get to their health bar, finishing that health off instantly is like the most satisfying feeling in the world. Like, yes, you can get put on different ones to take off the armor faster, but the armor is not even the problem for me, especially when I'm running assassin, because you do so much damage, especially when you're in solo situations. So I prefer health damage, especially on pistols, because the high crit anyway. So that's just something to invest to. Obviously it's preference, but that's what I do. And as for secondary, you have 2 options. So I went for straight damage this one if I wanted to sit back and just do support and kind of like just snipe from the shadows. That's why I have my deadbolt on, especially for arc falls, just to be out of the mix, you know what I'm saying? But you can easily switch to something like a submachine gun or like a saw, because you want to be able to utilize your 2 ability, which is which I'll show you in a moment, to be able to hit as much enemies as possible. Because the saw has like an 85 bullet clip, you'll be able to tag everything, and it'll make sense when I show you what I expect you to. So you have that 2 options. I like sniping right now because I already do so much damage with my Peacekeeper anyways, and when they come up close, so that replaces my saw. But if you want to use snipers, which a lot of people who choose assassin tend to want to use snipers, this is what you can use. So going into my shield, I pretty much run fortified rebel on everything. It's basically just health, it's no shields. It makes you as tanky as possible. I think it's the best shield by far, so I'm gonna run this with every single build, so make sure you look out for that. And preference for grenades, pulse grenades really good, obviously, because it takes off shields easily, but a lot of people are using like incendiary grenades, especially because a lot of the farming things like hellbugs and stuff need health damage. But this is all preference depending on what you're fighting anyways, and I don't even really use grenades like that. So whatever you want, just put on your highest one. And going into the build itself, okay, this is where you can pretty much choose how you want. I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. Obviously 3 stealth. I want to put 5 in eviscerate, obviously, because it's a whole damage talent. I know a lot of people can say, oh, if you put evasive maneuvers you can do more damage when you roll out, but I mean, that's not as big of a damage chunk as this is, especially when you come out of the shadows, hit some crits, and that bleed triggers. It's insane. Like, they literally bleed to death. It's literally Predator's Mark. It's crazy. But going into what I spec right here, I spec into Biotoxin. Do not spec into Mark. Mark is okay if you're like at an arc fall and you want to basically buff everybody. But if you're running regular missions, side missions, main missions, whatever, run Biotoxin. It's a damage over time effect, and any enemy you tag gets it, and if they die, it explodes and affects the nearest one. So what's really good with this one, this is what I was telling people who don't want to run a sniper rifle: run a saw. With 85 bullets, you can tag everything in your immediate vicinity. By the time the Biotoxin's duration's gone, everything's pretty much tagged, and they're all taking damage over time. So it's really, really good, and it does scale. So that's something that you want to put into, especially over Marked. I mean, I don't know, man. I really feel like Biotoxin's way, way better, especially if you're like getting swarmed by hordes of enemies and you want to be able to do damage to everybody. So Biotoxin and a saw, Biotoxin, and like an SMG and something with really fast reload works really, really good. The saw is the absolute best option for this. So if you have a saw, spec into it, enhance it, and try with Biotoxin, you'll see what I'm talking about. Now for this one, I put pistol in power, obviously, because it's a huge chunk of extra damage. Yeah, a lot of people don't think 15% is a lot, but I promise you it is. It's a big chunk. And yeah, you can have recovery on the sniper rifle if you're a sniper, or you can have like a critical hit for your reload, but honestly it doesn't do as much as this pistol does. If you are running a pistol, obviously this is what you want. If you hate pistols, don't roll into this. It's useless. So the second best I would think would be Hunt, because reload speed is important in this game no matter what weapon you're using anyway. So I don't really care too much about recoil recovery on a sniper, because most of them aren't as spammy as you would think anyways, and you want to hit your shots. So spec into these two, preferably pistol and power. Going into my tier cap 3, some people like Scoundrel, and I started off using Scoundrel when I first made Assassin class, and it was really good. But it's super situational, and I really do feel like Execute just dominates this by a landslide. That 30% health, or lower than 30% health with 40% damage increase, is huge, especially when you have like a pistol that does crit. That's why you guys saw me in the clips before doing a lot of one shots. It's because by the time the second bullet hits, they're already at 30% of their health lower, and that last shot just destroys. So that's 40% extra damage when you need to clean up those kills, especially if like you're rocking like a boss fight. You know how bosses have really annoying health bars where it takes super long to kill. That 30% is a big chunk of health, and you get to do 40% extra damage that whole time until that boss is finished. So Execute is definitely the way to go if you're gonna run any type of DPS with Assassin. And for my final skill, so to be honest with you guys, if you want to be optimal, I would say go with Big Bang. It's definitely way more effective overall as far as a ult. I mean, you could do crazy amounts of damage with the sniper, but I mean, who could turn down a hidden blade, bro? So the reason I like hidden blade, obviously, is because it's a freaking sword, dude, and it's so fun to use and it looks dope. How good is it? It's really good for against like regular NPCs. You want to just spam through, I don't know, like 6 or 7 of them if they're near you. It lasts okay for a melee weapon, but honestly it's not that good against like end game enemies, because they almost one shot you when you're up close, like tankers and stuff. They're annoying, they shoot the floor, so it's pretty much useless. You can't block with it, versus using the Big Bang, you can just stand back and shoot their crit spot, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, as far as optimal, Big Bang will be the optimal. As far as cool and pretty effective, I would use Hidden Blade. So yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. That's how I spec my Assassin build. I'm gonna be quite blunt with you guys and transparent. I don't see a better way of specking this. I've ran through many missions with different combinations to see which one's the best. And as far as damage, running a pistol and running a pistol primary as your primary, and any other gun works with Assassin, because it just makes all damage huge. So especially when you're sniping critical spots and they're under 30 health, it's insane. So whatever you want, that's up to you. Just make sure that the must-haves of this build, I would honestly say, is Execute and probably so Execute, Biotoxin, and Eviscerate are the must-haves on all Assassin builds. To me personally, like, I don't see no point in choosing Mark, and I don't see no point in choosing Scoundrel, since it's so situational. but I mean, it's up to you preference. But this is my build. Hopefully you guys enjoy, man. As you can see, I have 3,057 power rank, so I'm pretty deep in the game, and I got this fly outfit. I know people are gonna ask, so you get this from the store. It's called the Tsunami Ronin, I believe. Yeah, so it's called the Tsunami Ronin. Obviously, I put this on because it looks super. I don't know, like, it has a sword on her, so it made me feel like I'm running it the right way. It looks like an assassin outfit. So yeah, thank you guys so much. If you guys have any questions, you guys want to if like, I'll show you my weapons real quick. If you guys have any questions about my weapons and how you should run it, I'll make a whole separate video on that. You just gotta let me know if you see anything in here. If you have any questions, let your boy know. So if you're an assassin player, you're in good luck. It is definitely one of the best builds in the game, in my opinion. It does the job well. If you like damaging, you like killing, this is the build for you. But the con of the build is there is no survivability with it. If you get hit, you get hit. There's no healing yourself. You have stealth, but you have to be out of getting hit for that stealth to activate. So make sure you know that going into this build. It's a high risk, high reward. You do a lot of damage, but you are a glass cannon, so the smarter you play, the better the build is. So that's been pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoy, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. Shoot me a like if you enjoy the assassin class, and let me know what class you guys want me to see you want to see me do next. So it's been real. Thank y'all so much. Your boy is out.